welcome to You Can Plumbing. I'm Mark the Plumber, and today we're going to fix a leak under the sink, and I believe we have found it. If you look right there, definitely a hole in the bottom of this Ptrap. It's called a chrome Ptrap. It's actually the J-bend that is leaking, so we can just replace that part. The whole piece is not made out of chrome. It's actually brass that's plated in chrome to make it look fancy. I don't know why when it's hidden underneath. There's just this top nut and this other nut that we have to loosen off. I don't know why we use chrome and stuff like this. They've mandated it. It's something to do with fire safety. So we only need one tool to do this repair, our trusty water pump pliers. So all we have to do is spin those two nuts off and replace this broken J-trap. So relatively easy. So let's dive into this and get it done. So what do we got to do? We got to loosen this off. Not right, that's tight. Lefty loosey, baby. Here we go. Loosen this off. Takes a few turns to get it to where you can hand turn it. There we go. Nice and easy. Spins pretty easy. Always amazes me how many threads are in these. And then there's the plastic washer. On this side, we'll loosen it off. There's no washer on this side. They just kind of fit into each other. I'll show you what to do there. Now right here, once again, always have to spin so many times. Now, normally I don't wear a fancy red sweater, but I was coaching kids hockey before I had to come here tonight to do this emergency repair. And I did not have my gloves with me. I would definitely recommend always to wear gloves. Whoop, son of a gun. Well, look at the bottom of this. Even falling broke it. That should not happen. Look, the only thing that's left is the chrome paint. My goodness, this is rotted out well. When you can push it with your finger and it just collapses in, there's nothing left of the brass. It's just chrome. Chrome paint at that. So here's our new replacement J-trap. The OSB brand. I picked this up at Home Depot. Just an 1.5 inch J-bend. Nice and easy. They keep these in stock all over the place. Yeah, it's just, it's in stock. Most hardware stores will carry something like this. You can sometimes buy the entire piece. I knew I just needed this J-bend. So I'll open this up. Man, this plastic sometimes is tough. Oh, look at this. They double bagged it. They're definitely into safety here. Wonder what kind of trouble that guy got in high school. Now you notice both these bends are the exact same. That's one of the nice things about these J-bends is they're often the same. I've actually not run into where they don't fit, where a new one doesn't just fit in there. So we will take this top nut off of it and always replace that washer even though it looks like it's in good shape. It's dried out. And take that off. We'll put the new one on. Oh, that's backwards. Let's put the nut on first and then we'll put the washer. The only way it'll work, by the way. Squeeze that on. Once again, very important to wear gloves here. I should have had my gloves on. That's very sharp. You don't want to cut your hand. Over here, let's wipe that crud off. Let's get a napkin to wipe that off. Disgusting. You want to wipe this off so that we can get so we can seat nice and easy in there. You don't want to have any pre-existing guck or anything there that'll make it tough for it to seat nice to the new piece. There we go, you see. So is what we'll want to do is we want to always use Pro Dope here. You want to put a sealant in there. Sometimes Pro Dope isn't enough either. Sometimes a sealant isn't enough. Sometimes you have to get your Teflon tape and put 2 or 3 wraps around there, but I always like to try the sealant first. So we'll just put a little in there. Some guys say you don't need to put any sealant in there. I think it's nuts. Put a little sealant in there and then you never have to worry about it. So we'll just mix this up. Man, this stuff must be older. Maybe I've left it outside in the freezing cold too many times, but you got to mix it up and try and get it a little bit more consistent. It's like water on top right now. I mean, you don't really need it super thick to use here, but it's nice to have a little more consistency of this water I've got. Man, I hope this works. I don't think I have another bottle of this here, but here we go. We'll try it out. We'll goop it on there. Always make sure you put some paper towel or something underneath. This stuff is awful when you get it on your hands. Make sure you do not get it on your clothing because it's pretty much well permanent if you do. And it takes a little bit of scrubbing, some definite hard scrubbing to get it off your hands. Man, oh man, I got it on my fingers. I wish I would have remembered my gloves. Always remember to keep gloves with you, folks. It's awful not to. There we go. I spilled a little on the floor. Oh well. So, put it on. Seat the part there with the Pro Dope. Screw that on nice and tight. You know, hand tighten it. Get the top piece just started. We don't need to crank the top one in yet. Oh, didn't have that on. There we go. Sometimes you got to jiggle it a bit to get the thread started. Now let's tighten this up. Remember, righty-tighty. Get a good grip there. Now remember, you don't want to squeeze your pliers super hard. You just want to use them to grip the nut and then push it. I know that sounds weird until you're doing it, then you'll understand. Because with this stuff, if you squeeze too hard, you could misshapen it. And then it will not tighten up and you could break it. So this one, you want to get pretty tight, but you also don't want to rip everything off the wall. The top one, you really don't need to get tight at all. It doesn't sit in water or anything. You just want to get that little plastic seal to set with a little bit of tightness. So we just give it a couple little cranks and then just a couple little snugs. There we go. Nice and snug there. Yep. So that should be good. You know, it doesn't take a whole lot. Now let's fill the sink up with a little bit of water. And we'll run a test here and see if we've successfully fixed this chrome Ptrap or if we've continued the leak problem. Just put a little bit of water in the sink here. That just want to be able to fill up the trap, get a little water run through. That should be good. Pull the pin. And there you have it. I believe we have successfully replaced this J-bend 1.5" chrome Ptrap. Remember, it's always going to be 1.5" when you're dealing with a sink like this. If it's a bathroom sink, it'll 9 times out of 10 be 1.25". So that's it. We've done a successful repair here. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if there's any other repairs you'd like to see, you'd like me to go through with you, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.